Hey, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad to see you again. And I'm glad that we can have this time together. So, in Prosperity Mindset today, I'm going to talk about identity. And identity is around the fact that you become your own purpose. So, what is your purpose in life? You become that identity. And so, um, when we look at the way that you are moving forward in your life, when I think about our purpose, sometimes we forget that our purpose is to be valued, so we don't move forward that way. We build an identity that is lackluster, that accepts things being kind of crummy, that takes on bad relationships, that maybe uses drugs, that maybe uses other vices, that is angry, despondent, victim. There are millions of items, but you become your own purpose. And if your purpose is to raise a beautiful family? And is your purpose to be as smart as you can be? Is your purpose to make a difference in the world? Your identity will become your purpose. You become your own purpose. And one of the things that I remind everybody in prosperity mindset is you have to understand what your purpose is. And if my purpose is to love you and to love all of you in a way that can allow you to attract something better, I'm going to live very differently than somebody who has nothing to do. So today I want you to think about this idea of identity, and that identity is that you are going to become your own purpose. A person who is this, a person who is this. So you have to get to know what you're willing to root for, what you're willing to whoosh for. And you have to also be sick of the old you. You have to be sick of the old you. If you like who you are right now and you just don't have a way, okay, great. Better find one. If you don't actually like the way that your life is showing out, because, right, the outer world around you is showcasing what the inner world feels like. And for some of you who are high achievers, who have all of those things, you've built a beautiful life, you can still feel EMPTY, empty, because you didn't do purpose. For some of you who listen to my channel, you are living in a difficult time. That's why you're here, because things are hard and you want to think differently. So you want to be sick of the old you, whatever that version is. If it's you having not managing out the next steps, okay. And you want to have more value to add. You have to want to add more value to your life. That's number two. So one, you have to be sick of the old you. Two, you have to want more value, and that you want value that you personally can add. And number three is you have to have meaning. There has to be meaning. That picking a goal just because to pick a goal, it's not meaningful. That I drive a fancy car, and it's lovely to drive a fancy car. I have driven a lot of not fancy cars, but the reason that I drive a fancy car is because my husband bought it for me on my wedding day. And one of the commitments that he said was, I know this is your favorite car. I wanted to give it to you as a wedding gift. And I put a license plate on it so that you would remember this day forever. And in our 25 years of marriage, I have never not had that type of fancy car because it had meaning. It had meaning. It gives him joy every time I walk out that door. And in the last car, I had to buy my own. That he didn't have enough money to buy my fancy car. And I wanted it a little extra fancy. So I had to buy my own car, but I kept those same license plates on it. And he said, it's the nicest car we've ever had. Well, I made more money. I had more opportunity. I could do that. But that fancy car isn't about the fancy car. It is about the love story that I got to have for 25 years. And now I got to buy a car that he gets to drive. So when you are thinking about identity in general, I want you to think about the things that you're manifesting in your life, the things that are interesting. What are you becoming? What is it that you're fighting for? What is the purpose? And when you think about you become your purpose, if your purpose is to be helpful, you'll become that. If your purpose is to be a teacher, you'll become that. If your purpose is to be ornery and crabby and really kind of piss people off, you'll get that. I'm just saying, there's a kinder, gentler, thoughtful, more loving way to be in the world. And if you are that way, you'll make more money. You'll have more opportunity. You'll have more friends. And dang it, you'll have more fun. So thank you for even showing up today. Thank you for being here with me. Every time that you and I get to hang out together, it's important, it's meaningful, and I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you are taking the time to keep a promise to yourself and to love yourself, because that is the name of this game of life. All right, have a great day. I will see you soon. If I see you here, I love it. If I see you live, I love it even more. So I hope to see you soon.